South 13th Avenue. Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, you can, Madam President. Trustee Ely?
Present.
Trustee Tierney?
Here.
Trustee Jones is absent. Mayor Thompson?
Here.
Trustee Abraham?
Here.
Trustee Horn?
Here.
Trustee Bramarino is absent. Mayor, you have a quorum.
Okay.
Can we all please stand and face the imaginary flag for the Pledge
the flag of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
May we all please have a moment of silence. Thank you. Item 2 on the agenda, no presentation. Item 3, public comments. The Village of Broadview encourages citizen input. Those wishing to address the village board under public comments must fill out the attached speaker request form and submit it to the village clerk prior to the start of the board meeting. The president will then call your name at the appropriate time. When addressing the village board, your remarks are limited to 3 minutes. When the president recognizes you, please state your name and address for the record. Your cooperation is greatly appreciated. Please silence any of your mobile devices or phones. Madam President, item 3, public comment.
Thank you. Mr. Robert Jones?
Well, good evening, all. Robert Jones.
Can you come
Please
to the
stand up
mic?
to the mic.
Can you come to the mic, please?
Robert P.J. Jones, resident of 21st South 21st Avenue since 1969. I often view the village website, and every once in a while I go to the Cook County Chronicle to see what's going on. And there's a number of articles still listed at the Cook County Chronicle about Broadview, most of which are controversial. But this is on a positive note, so I wanted to bring this forward. As you all know, this article, the fact of the food pantry being in existence for Broadview for 23 years, you all probably know that. But this article highlights that fact, and it goes on to say about the food pantry closed when Mr. Payne decided to retire, and Trustee Judy Brown Marino then called Bob and asked him what would it take to get the food pantry up and running. So it is up and running, been up and running for some time now, and it's located on the lower level of the Broadview Community Presbyterian Church at Roosevelt and 20th Avenue. And it gives the hours. The hours have expanded from the original hours now to include Tuesday from 6 p.m. to 7:30, and then from Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Also, they have expanded their service. Not only do they service Broadview, but they service the veterans at Hines Hospital. So it's well to note. It also goes on to say that the clients are not required to have any proof of income. Any income level is welcome. And all you have to do is prove that you are a Broadview resident by ID. And they operate on donations, so anybody inclined to donate to the food pantry, it would be great. It would be helping our residents and the veterans as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Redmond?
Thank you, Mayor Thompson. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Shirley Redmond at 2246 South 24th Avenue. I wanted to say at the special meeting that I attended about 10 days ago, Thursday, I wanted to talk about, which was unbeknownst to me, the resolution that was on there regarding censorship of our trustee. You know, I know that we all can have difference of opinions, and I listened to how the attorney interpreted what was the threshold to bring that forward. I'm glad it didn't go forward because it didn't meet the threshold for me. And and I'm not a fan of Trustee Jones. He knows that. This is no political on my part. But I think that we should be able to represent the village and have differences, and when we don't agree, let our record prove what we do. You don't have to answer to what somebody else says. When you're doing the right thing, that's all you need to worry about. And that's what I'd like to say about that. So I want to also give those people that had the courage to vote differently kudos, because that was the right thing as far as I'm concerned as a resident. Now, I also wanted to know about the finance meeting that we normally have on Wednesday, and I was talking to you, Trustee Tierney, and you said to Trustee Abraham, are we having a finance meeting? I just want to know before I go, on Wednesday, this Wednesday. If not, no problem. And then I was going to talk about the food pantry as well. I have been working at that pantry for at least 9 years and giving heart and soul to it, and yes, we're approaching the year anniversary that Mr. Payne decided to close it. I am so proud that Peggy Kuchman, the board president, and citizen resident trustee Judy Brown Moreno decided to take it on along with several other residents. It has expanded. It is doing wonderful things. Last Wednesday, if you were in there, and you could see people not just getting food, but being cared about. We serve coffee and tea and cookies, whatever else we have, and we talk to people and we encourage them. They are really, really being helped. And it's Broadview. It's Broadview. And I would like to see our village do more to help the Broadview food pantry. Now, I know other people can go to different other food pantries. Westchester's a good one. But Broadview is where I live. And I want to see us do more for Broadview. So I'm asking all of you, and anybody in this audience, we do need help to keep it going. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Redmond. Ms. Doreen Gordon?
Hi, Doreen Gordon, 2416 South Moorhead Avenue. I just wanted to say, tomorrow is the election, and I just hope that everybody turns out to vote. I was dismayed by one of the pieces of material that I received in the mail, because we are a nonpartisan election. When we elect our people to be on the board at Broadview, they are not representing any particular political party. They are representing Broadview and Broadview residents, and that's what they care about. I think we have seen by the actions of every single trustee on the current board, all the trustees that have previously served, they care about Broadview, they care about the community, and that's what they're looking at, not looking at some party out there that they are supposedly attached to. We all have a right as a citizen to vote the way that we want to, whether we vote Democrat or Republican or Green Party or Liberal or whatever. We vote the way we want to for our hearts and for ourselves. But when we're serving in Broadview, we serve our residents, and I just wanted everybody to remember that for this election tomorrow. That's all I wanted to say, and I think you guys are all doing a good job.
Thank you. That concludes public comments.
Okay, thank you, Madam President. Item 4 on the agenda, communications, we have none. Item 5, consideration to approve the following minutes. Again, we have no minutes to approve. Skipping to 6, consideration to approve expenditures. Grand total of all funds, $902,404.97. Please silence all your cell phones or mobile devices as a reminder.
Is the Notre Dame? Motion to approve.
I'll second.
It's been properly motioned by Trustee Tierney, seconded by Abraham, to approve the bills. Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Trustee Abraham, Chairwoman of the Finance Committee, will you please read the warrant list?
Yes, Madam Mayor, I will read the warrant list for the vendors that are over $2,500. Okay, the first one's Baker Tilly Vercow Cross, $6,090. Broadview Westchester Joint Water Agency, $245,726.40. Core and Main LP, $171,995. Edwin Hancock Engineering, $3,724. Geno's Heating and Plumbing Incorporated, $49,083. Group Incorporated, $41,546.93. H&H Electric Company, $6,629.56. Joseph L. Ponsetto, $2,630. Law offices of Philip Fornaro, $11,002.68. Lincoln National Life Insurance, $6,432.22. Mercury Systems, $272,755.73. Mid-American Water, $4,084.66. Pitney Bowes Purchase Power, $2,631.26. Police Law Institute, $2,660. Timothy J. Hicks, CPA, $6,625. TV Liquidator, $23,485. West Cook County Solid Waste Agency, $8,007.88. Our total expenditures over 2,500 is $865,109.32. Our total expenditures is $902,404.97 with a percentage of total. For the funds that are being charged, our general fund has $81,842.13. The garbage fund is $49,554.81. Our capital projects fund is $296,240.73. Our water and sewage fund is $474,767.30. The grand total of these funds that are paying out is $902,404.97. Madam Mayor, that's the end of the report.
Thank you. Trustee Ely?
Yes, well, earlier I had a concern about the warrant list. One of my concerns was about a company, Core in Maine, at $170-some thousand, and they mentioned meters in the copy of the warrant list that I got, so I assumed that it was for the water meters to be replaced here in the village of Broadview. What I was concerned about was that I didn't have a memory of having approved a contract with the meter company and it having been approved by the board. And I reached out to the Finance Committee Chair, Trustee Abraham, as well as our Finance Director, Tim Hicks, and Tim Hicks sent back documentation that July 16th, a meeting that I had missed, that legislation was approved, so it was done properly. I was only concerned about it having been done the right way. Now, that was another one I was concerned about. It turns out it's for a marquee for the Village Hall, $23,000 and something. I was concerned about that too, and he told me that one was covered in the 911 Village Hall budget. Now, a case could be made. I'm a lame duck trustee. I got just another couple of meetings. The case could be made that one should have been on a purchase order request discussed by the village and approved by the village board. But this, I won't make a big fuss about it anymore of it, you know. But I was concerned about things being done the right way, and my questions have been answered. Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Tierney?
No comment.
Trustee Abraham?
None.
Trustee Horn?
No questions.
Can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, you can, Madam President. Trustee Ely?
Yes.
Trustee Tierney?
Yes.
Trustee Jones is absent. Trustee Abraham?
Yes.
Trustee Horn?
Yes.
Trustee Brown Marino is absent. Madam President, that passes 4-0.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda, item 7, committee reports. Committee reports are given at the first meeting of every month. We're going to start with the first committee, street sidewalks and alleys. Trustee Horn.
Okay, yes, so my report consists of several things. One is related to the IEPA loan. So, you know, the village wants to take out an IEPA loan related to some different additions and modifications we need to make to the streets. It's a good debt. It's something I would like for us to do. I'm waiting for the finance director and Mr. Hood to provide me with some artifacts I asked for related to the finances, so a more informed decision, at least for my benefit, can be made. Right now, those artifacts are not a priority because of the village budget that is being prepared. So that has to take precedent. So until I get those artifacts, I'm still in a holding position before I can vote related to that loan, but that's the reason that those artifacts haven't been provided. The other thing is related to the Public Works Union contract. I did inquire about it. It's still in arbitration. The village has done everything they can right now related to the union contract, so we're still in the holding state until the other end responds in a way that would allow us to move forward. And then I just want to go on record saying Director Ames and I converse often. He's responded to a lot of the emails that I sent, and New to You had a request related to speed bumps. Those things have been installed, and he did respond to a request that I forwarded to him from a resident related to potholes and the fact that there were really massive potholes on the block of 3100 24th Avenue. So those have been repaired. And then I want you guys to know that I was looking at the expenses and I noticed a late fee on one of the village credit cards. I inquired about it, and it's because the last village board meeting was canceled, the bills didn't get paid. And as a result, we incurred a late fee because we could not pay the bills on time because we didn't have a village board meeting because the right people didn't show up. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Trustee Horn. Next is the Finance Committee. Trustee Abraham.
Yes, good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming. One, I do want to announce that our Finance Committee on Wednesday for the first of the month will be canceled. The team, obviously, as you heard, is working on the budget currently right now, and they're also gathering additional information and data that Trustee Horn had requested at a previous village board meeting. So we want to make sure that all the information is provided, put together well, and presented to each trustee, because obviously some of these things are going to be a precedent, and we have to make a vote on them, a decision. So with all due respect, that's why it will be canceled. Also, as you see, we're hoping we'll be ready for May to have our finance meeting, I guess, in our new village hall. So looking forward to having that, and we'll have the agenda posted for that. So anything else, you could see I read the funds, so we know what's going on in our various funds and where the amounts are being drawn out of. So again, we're going to continue to provide you with information. If there's any questions, please feel free to contact myself. Director Hicks is available. I'm also our treasurer, Mr. Hood. We're here to answer any and all questions, as well as the members of the Finance Committee. And as Mr. I think it was Trustee Ely made a comment about reaching out to me. I didn't know how you reached out to me. I apologize if I didn't respond. So I'm sorry about that. I don't know if you did it by email, but I do appreciate you going through the invoices, because on a regular basis, since I've been the finance chair, I've always tried to send out a notice for all the trustees to come in and thoroughly look at the invoices. I mean, it's very important. So if there's something you catch, we truly appreciate it. So thank you. That's the end of my report, Madam Mayor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Abraham. Next is the Business License Committee. Trustee Ely.
Well, I sort of have a question and a statement. Tonight, when I arrived, I got this notice about important dates where April 18th and 19th, the village administrative office and the building department is going to be closed. I assume that's for, well, it's traditionally we take Friday for Good Friday before Easter, but I think it's the first time I've ever heard of the 18th, the Thursday prior to Good Friday, being a part of the closure. Now, the end of last year, we would have approved a list of dates that the holidays that the village hall would be closed. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember us approving April 18th as a date to be closed, just to add, essentially adding another holiday. The adding another holiday on the fly, and it's my opinion that only the village board, the entire village board, can approve creating an additional holiday. The entire board has to approve it. And adding an additional holiday, it actually opens up a financial can of worms. You know, the police and firemen have a contract calling for a certain number of holidays. They get paid in a lump sum. You add it for one, you have to add it for others. So they get paid another day now. Now, I may be wrong. Maybe, but I didn't get this until I got here tonight, so I didn't have time to go back and check what we did at the end of last year as far as the number of holidays that we approved. So if I'm wrong, and we did approve Thursday and Friday, and it's unprecedented. You know, we're closing the government, shutting down the government for 4 days without village board approval. It's a concern to me. So, but correct me if I'm wrong. That concludes my comment, question, whatever.
Okay, so I'll address the important dates. As you recall, when we first moved over to the fire department, we closed for 2 days to get everything packed and moved over to the fire department for us to be operational. Now it's time for us to move back into the building. So on April 22nd, we will officially be in the new village hall. So we closing so that we can, the staff is working, we just won't be having services to provide a service to the residents and to the business partners. So the reason why we got this out late today because it just came up that we got a meeting today and something needed so that the residents know that we're gonna be closed these 2 days while we move back into Village Hall. So we cannot be open and try to conduct business at the same time. We didn't do it moving over there, and we're gonna do it the same way when we move from Village Hall to Fire Department, back from the Fire Department back to the Village Hall. So on Monday, we gotta get all of our technology up and running so that we can be operational on Monday, so that we can conduct business accordingly.
Oh, well, thank you.
So that was-
I didn't know why
I know, but that's
or
fine.
what somebody had done, but it
But it's
makes,
just
it's logical.
coincidental that it's
Well,
around the
logical.
holiday.
Yeah.
So, but that's not the intent during the
Well-
holiday, it's so that we can, the staff is working, because we all have to help move back over
Okay,
to Village
good.
Hall.
All right.
Okay?
Okay, thank you, trustee Ely. Next is the Fire, Police, and Civil Service Committee, trustee Tierney.
Okay, I have 2 items tonight. One is we've got a new police officer who started the, I think it's the state Illinois State Police Elgin Academy. He'll be gone for what, 8 weeks? 8 weeks? 15 weeks. Okay, well, he started there and hopefully we'll get him back in a few months. Next item I have is, we have a ribbon cutting ceremony June 1st at 1 o'clock for the renovated Village Hall and the new Ike 911 Communications Center. So, come on out, everybody's invited. Come on out and see the new facilities. That's all I have.
Thank you.
1 o'clock.
Thank you, trustee Tierney. Next item is the Water, Drainage, and Health Committee. It sits vacant currently. Madam President, do we have any report?
No.
Next is the Building and Public Property Committee. It also sits vacant. Madam President, do we have any report?
No.
Thank you. Item 8, old business, we have none. Item 9, new business, we have none. Item 10, village clerk. Kevin McGray, I don't have a report for you today, Madam President, which brings us to item 11, village president, Mayor Katrina Thompson.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. So I just want to remind the residents, a couple of reminders. April 6th is Spring Home Safety Reminder at 9 o'clock with the fire department. So on Saturday, next Saturday, this Saturday coming, the fire department is going to have a Spring Home Safety. So we encouraging everyone to come out. On April 13th, Household Hazardous Waste Collection Day is at Brookfield Zoo. So I think the clerk have some flyers at the table. So if you got any hazardous materials that need to be disposed of properly, this is the time to get rid of that stuff. April 17th through the 19th, Village Hall will be closed. We'll be moving back into the municipal building and be up and running on April 22nd. So we are very excited for you guys to see the new facility. I just want to say a couple of things. My job is to serve and protect the integrity of Broadview. I would do that to the best of my ability. I'm a full-time mayor and available to have a conversation with any resident. I can work with anyone, especially the Board of Trustees, but it's hard to work as a team when some have alternative motives, refuse to attend board meetings, and fail to research and keep up with the ordinance resolutions that is passed by the majority of the board. Most do not pick up their mail until I bring it to them, and I refuse to review invoices that are ready for review the Wednesday before a board meeting. As stated, if I will be held accountable at the highest level, so should they. Excellence is the standard in our village. Go vote. And I do want to address some of the citizen comments tonight. So we had 2 comments about the food pantry. So as it relates to the food pantry, I'm a huge advocate for serving those in need. And with the Broadview Food Pantry, we get no literature on what activities are taking place. I think Trustee Brown Marino did send an email today to me, or late last night, about the food pantry and doing a rummage sale or something like that. But we've been extremely busy in the village today with IDOT working on Roosevelt Road. The building department has some issues at LA Fitness over the weekend, so we're just trying to ratify all of these issues first. So that's not a priority to us, even though it's a concern and a request for something to happen. And I don't even know the dates or anything like that. As it relates to the Broadview Food Pantry social media sites, they have nothing current on there so that we can share the information, because if you guys follow my mayor Facebook page, anything that anybody shared that's community initiative is my page, and I share every community. I share the Park District stuff, the library stuff, Westchester Food Pantry information. So if you guys get it to us, we can share it. And if you notice, in all of our quarterly newsletters, on the back of it, it highlights Broadview in Westchester Food Pantry with the service hours. We have not taken that off for the newsletter. So we doing our part, but the food pantry also has to play a role in this as well. So we're not going to go look and say, hey, give me your information. the information should be given to us so that we can disseminate the information throughout the community, because truly the food pantries are there to serve the community with people in need. We're not a food desert, but we have a lack of food for participants that need to take advantage of that. So we do work with Hines Hospital. They have a food pantry, Westchester and Broadview. Those are the three that we service because we have veterans in our community. And then our community can go to Westchester, and they can also participate with Broadview. So it's not what we can't do. Even when it came up through the holidays, we split the donation that the board had allocated dollars for. We gave $500 for those that participate, $500 in gift cards to those that participated at Broadview Food Pantry as well as Westchester. So it's not a tit for tat. My first responsibility is to the village of Broadview, regardless of who runs it. But whoever runs it needs to do right by the citizens and communicate effectively with your marketing material. We're not going to do that, but if you get it to us, we will get the information out. So just know that. And I think that's it. So the only thing I would have to say is go vote. Tomorrow is election day. It's a big day for us in Broadview. Good night and God bless you. And I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
It's been properly motioned by trustee Tierney, seconded by Abraham to adjourn. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say nay. Hearing no opposition, this meeting is hereby adjourned at 7:56 p.m. Thank you.